How you doing? How you doing? All right. Got some messages for y'all. Somebody that could be feeling in this moment like they I hear somebody saying they're not judgmental, they're just real. Somebody could have watched something and realized at the same time over here. Because I'm hearing, ooh, I'm hearing somebody say, ooh, they lucky put me in my feels. You know how like people could have conversations, but it's just like this time it's a different type of conversation. And it's like I'm also getting somebody that could have took it upon themselves to do some type of ritual for getting, I don't know if they was just trying to get somebody. It's like I need them to see this person how I see them, or see the, it's like, it's not toxic, but it's like, it's not toxic. It's a fuck up or something like that. But then it's also being told, it's like somebody could be feeling sick, somebody could be feeling stressed out. Because it's one of those situations, it was like all I needed was y'all to hear me out. But then it's just like somebody could have heard something and was like, shit, I'm out. This also could have been something in the situation where somebody was like, I ain't need for them to call me out, but it's like one of those, they right though. This could be like a family room conversation. Somebody could have came up with the idea to a little room. So somebody could have had somebody like, look, I need you to get them to see how I'm seeing something. And like not be, you know how like people can approach a situation and want to see it in a particular way. Like somebody wanted to see a situation like, I don't want them to see me like, man, like it's one of those that hit, but it's one of those situations where they gotta surrender. It's like shit. I'm also seeing somebody like shit. Did it work? Did it work? And it's like somebody come in like, yeah, it worked. They over here, they might feel a little bit embarrassed, a little shame, a little bit, but it's like they seen it. But then it's also like somebody could have like flipped the script on somebody. This is also someone looking to see for sure within themselves. It's like, okay, well, you know, you will have to take them to get, somebody could be telling somebody, well, you're going to have to go get the, you know, blood work again, and I could go check it for myself to see or whatever. It's like what you going to do, or you know, when you going to do this, because it's like once it comes through, then it's like somebody could be trying to plan for somebody to go somewhere so they can get, like, I'm hearing like, nah, I mean, well, you could piss in a cup if you want to, but I'm gonna take you somewhere else to go get something done. Like somebody literally is looking to get some sort of, this is, it's somebody like, it's like somebody could have had somebody do something in a particular way because it was like, if I can get them to see this person in a way I do, or in a different way, then I can do my best to convince them to stay. Since I finally got the truth about my connection of who, but it's like I can't convince them to do what it is that I say, but it's just like I fumbled your heart. Should have let go of my past for you. But it's like somebody could have did like something, or they could have had like help or something from like It's like whatever it is that somebody did, and it was like, okay, listen, just listen, just hear it out. And then it's like one of those, it's like, how can I, it's not like you trying to manipulate or convince them, but it's just like one of those, like, yeah, you might not want to hear or listen to what, like I was saying, may not want to listen and hear how somebody's saying something, but sometimes it's about you sitting down and being receptive, like type shit. And somebody needed like either a group of people, 3, 6, 9, or up to 9 people. This is like somebody yin and yang, or somebody needed to flip to see something in a particular way or perceive it. And whoever did the ritual low key may have been like peeking in or listen to some conversation or whatever the case may be, and whatever it is that they like watched or something like that. I feel like somebody could be like, damn, like how they, but it's like a woman. This is a woman, like, you know how like somebody could feel shame. It's like, damn, low down dirty shame. That movie or woo is very prevalent to somebody. I forgot when that movie came out, but it's like in that situation, you know how people be trying to view the situation in a negative way, but it's like, girl, because that, and then it's one of those, if you just shut the fuck up and you just listen, then maybe you will get what it is that I've been getting and receiving from this situation and understand why. Like, this is like saying it without saying it, but then it's like a group of people coming together and being like, I fuck with that person, I do it, I might not like the delivery or whatever, but I fuck with it, I see it. This is like, I'm telling you, somebody literally cloaked their energy, and when they had to go see through some lies and deception, but it's also somebody figuring out something about lab work somebody lied about, and like how quick it came in, but then it's like somebody seeing the truth of the matter of the situation, and it's like the whole perspective where somebody, like when I say when I was sitting there, like I'm feeling like somebody talking shit, but then it's like if you sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up and listen, then you will receive it in a whole different way, because it's not, you know how like certain people when they already on the defense, it's like I ain't trying to hear what they talking about, but then it's like, all right, okay, I'm gonna hear what they talk about, and then when they finally like really hear it, and it's like letting down, the guard. It's not like letting your guard down, but it's one of those, let me see what you really talking about, and then it's one of those where it starts talking to a person, it's inching down, and as it's inching down, it's like, all right, I received the word. I received your message. It's one of those, they got to suck up their pride type shit. And it's like, damn, but they right, though. But I don't want them to be right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right type shit. But it's like, one of those where it's like somebody could be trying to get like either friends or family, but I'm getting more family than being concerned more about friends or something like that. And I'm also getting like, this could be in-laws, this could be, friends of the family. This is something to do with family, but whatever it is, it's like somebody needed some people or a group of people or somebody to see something in a different way. And it's just like, all right, well, we're gonna all sit down here and just fucking listen. And once we really just, decide to listen, we can receive it. And somebody could have received it. And it's just like somebody did some type of ritual to get them all to like, calm down and be perceptive. And whatever it is that they perceived to be, it was like, God damn, okay. Okay, I see. But you know what I'm saying? This would be the type of motherfuckers they ain't going to tell you though. But it's like, they get it. And whoever it is, it's like, you know how like a person could have been like so gun-ho, so aggressive about a situation. So clearly it's showing like the person, but it's like somebody literally had to go, like, I don't know what to do. I really just don't know what to do. Like, how? Because it's like, you know how like you gotta get, it's not like convincing them, but it's like, I just need you to see how I see the person. You might see a diamond in the rough or somebody super rough around the edges, but what I see is something so different or so beautiful, or it's healing, or it's like a blessing, or it's like I learn from this person, I'm inspired from this person, I grow from this person. It's just, it's hitting me. Or you know how like people can be perceiving as you being aggressive, you being mean or whatever, but then it's like, no, it's like knowing the difference of tough love and constructive criticism, and just taking it, not taking it to heart to be personal, but taking it to saying, hey, I'm receiving what you're saying, and I'm not taking it personal. It's just for me to be able to see myself, to heal in a different light. And somebody could have like did something, said something, and it's like somebody like, like somebody feel exposed or feel naked. Is like certain things where they feel like, damn, this person would be able, like for somebody, it's a person that cloaked their energy. This is given a woman, because it's a woman right here that's trying to like hide or whatever. But whatever it is, it's like those uh, I'm hearing that song from Eminem. You know, I'm sorry, mama, I didn't mean to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. And then as you see that this, as I'm saying that, the skeleton is coming out. And then it's like someone could have to admit like, damn, they thorough with it, but god damn, like they could see, I'm hearing somebody literally saying they could see it like that, like it's one of those, it's like now you see what I mean. Like it's like it's literally a fucking conversation where now it's amongst a people or a group of people, and they sit here like, okay, well, if they said that this is, and all this other stuff been going on, and it's already been coming to pass and shit, how do you know? But it's like one of those, somebody could be telling like, hey, look, if that's the prophecy, that's the prophecy. You know, you just gotta take it what it is and see what the message is. Because I'm hearing somebody literally allowing a group to know, or some people to know. It's just like, hey, you know, they know what they know. But it's just like how you gonna grow with it is how you gonna grow with it. It's not, and it's also someone telling like, hey, they ain't steering you wrong, they ain't telling you wrong or nothing like that. But it's like it's not something. It's like if you grown, you'll be receptive. You can't just always live your life trying to run. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be trying to say you can't always live your life trying to run, but it's just like, what is it that you gonna do? And then it's like they do what it is that they do, and this is how they work. It is just either you gonna, you know, be receptive to it, or you just gonna be the person reaping that karma. It's like, do you want karma or do you want dharma? And then when you get the, you know, the karma or dharma, it doesn't matter. People always make karmic energy to seem as if it's negative. Karma energy is meant for you to learn. Did you learn from it? Did you grow from it? And most of the time you can be in a karmic energy to learn where you break those cycles. You can be in dharma energy where you actually receiving, whether it's good or bad. Dharma is just going to be what it is. But you can either get the good dharma or you can get the bad dharma. And it's the same thing with karma. Either you're going to receive your bad karma or you're going to receive the good in your karma. And it's like some people get it so misconstrued, because it's like, what's going on? Because this karmic and this karmic. Karma is a lesson, baby. Karma is just a lesson. Either you're going to learn the lesson or you're going to keep repeating the cycle. Dharma is the same thing. Is either you're going to get good or bad, but it's like how much good things have you learned or evolved in your karmic energy? Did you learn all the good, all the bad things, so you can start receiving your good karma? So as you start clearing out the things with the good karma, because karma is for you to continue to change, to evolve. And then when you start evolving and clearing out those bloodline things, those generational things, the familial things, the bloodline things, now you're starting to get into your dharma. And depending on how you know how much of it that you cleared out, at that point you're in a dharmic energy where you're starting to get your good dharma. Because if you're going through all a life of lessons of bad dharma, your good karma, and then your good, all the good that you're starting to learn from all the bad, it'll start leading to your good dharma. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of people be, oh, karmicville, and this karmic is over here. Karma is just nothing but a motherfucking lesson. Or it can end up taking your fucking life. It's just up to how you start to portray, you know, receive it. Somebody's name could be Patrice or Patrine or some shit like that. But this is also people having to grow up, because the skeletons in the closet was very, very immature. You know, immature in emotions. You know what I'm saying? Very hard emotions, having very like firm. It's like, okay, everything, if it's conditional. So now it's like, well, what does unconditional look like? And this is like someone that could be breaking through that barrier to see, like, I was doing things on the condition or on the terms of, versus being unconditional. Unconditional requires you to not be angry in love, not to be, so boastful about it. Because when you're unconditional, you will forgive the person time and time again. It's like a mother's love, but then it's a love that's boundless. It's a love that's endless. It's a love that's going to continue to grow to teach you things. And when you learn to be the teacher or the student of that things, it becomes unconditional versus I'll only love you if you be this way. I'll only love you if you have this type of behavior. I will only love you if you will let me to be like this. And when unconditional love is only meant for you to just be. And these were people that were so hard on emotions or feelings and things like that. When you holding on to envy, when you holding on to grudges, when you holding on wanting to get revenge, I gotta get them before I get God type thing, it's going to cause you to be very immature. It's going to cause that those things that are meant to come out, now you gotta sit there and be if you can't respect something when you're still in conditional mode, when you're in karmic mode, because you only do it on conditional terms. You see what I'm saying? And then when you start to really just elaborate, you will understand that I'm no longer having to fight with a sword. I'm no longer having to feel like I'm at war with everything, or I'm no longer having to feel with chaos, because what does it feel like to be in calm? The calm is too peaceful. I'm used to the noise. But you're used to conditional terms. You're used to the tug of war. You're used to this bait and switch. You're used to, I don't have to la la la, blah, 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 blah. Okay, what happens when you can't hear for a little bit? What happens when you can't see for a little bit? What happens when you can't taste or smell for a little bit? It'll drive you up the fucking wallness. Then eventually, what does it do? It makes you sick. And then when it starts making you sick, what does happen when you make sick? You're going to lose weight, gain weight, health conditions, disorders, you know what I'm saying? Skin problems, your organs start to fail, right? But when you start stepping into that karmic law of divinity, of universal law, you're no longer on a conditional term. You're now on an unconditional giving, whether you receive it on as above, so below. So when you're on that unconditional love above, it starts to show up within yourself first, and then you can start giving it to the others. And then, of course, when you're in that process of doing that and you're in your evolution of the change, it's going to be people are concerned about the delivery versus about the message. Are you going to be more concerned about what the message is going to give you or the delivery of it? Or most of the time, the conditional, I'm only listening if it comes from this person. That's conditional. Unconditional is I need to receive. What you need is non-negotiable, but what you want, okay, but you're not getting or receiving what it is that you need, which is going to be on a conditional term about I only get it from this. But what if that person is on a conditional term to only be able to elaborate something that is not really fulfilling what it is that you need? You're hearing what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. You see? And that can cause you to be in an emotional space and feeling like I'm naked, I'm buried. They can see my bones, they can see me through crystal clear. But if no one's seeing you clearly, then how are you perceiving yourself efficiently? You got to let that marinate for a little bit. So, of course, you're going to feel a little embarrassed, a little shame. You're going to feel like, ooh, like you ain't have to hit me like that. Sometimes you got to get hit like that for your ass to wake up and be like, all right, so where do I go from here? How do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to always, most of the time, like I said, it's not going to always come from the folks that you're accustomed to, because it's not meant to always come from what you're accustomed to. It's not always meant to come from The people that you like, well, these are who we've been going through for years. But sometimes the people you go through for years, they're on a conditional term because, hey, if I tell them this in this particular way, they don't want to be my friend no more. If I tell them in this type of way, they ain't going to be cool with me no more. If I tell them this in this type of way, now you're falling into that conditional term of people pleasing, doing what is pleasing to them versus being what's actually freeing of them. You see? And then when you rather be freeing and you want to catapult yourself in a better elevated space, I got to be able to receive it regardless of how the fuck it's coming. You're not able to be bothered about how the fuck they said it. They said what they said, and that's just what it is. Respect it and keep it pushing. But are you receiving it so you can be able to push forward, or you going to keep it pushing just, all right, it's one ear and out the other, it's irrelevant, but then it comes that moment that, damn, I feel like they said something that's going to be useful, but you didn't choose to utilize what it was because you were so hardened, you were so grudgy, you were so deceptive, you were so envious. Immaturity in those emotions, immature in those thoughts, immature in that mind of yours, immature in the processing the emotional aspect, immature of knowing what it is that you can stand firm on. Are you standing in the grass or are you standing in the rock, right? So it's either, don't be so quick to walk away when it's something that you need to hear so you can stay a little bit. So you won't feel, do you want to keep feeling like you can step on the rock, but you end up stepping on that rock and that bitch slippery? Or you want to stand on that motherfucking rock or stand in that grass where I got a grip. I got a grip on it. I'm firm. All right. So once I can walk a little bit carefully for a little bit, but eventually you got to start building that confidence, right? And once you start building that confidence about what it is that you're going to do, you're no longer going to be in a stealth energy. You're no longer going to be able to feel everything is a chaotic, everything is a storm, everything is going to be, double jeopardy. I'm getting hit with double horns. No, you're not going to be feeling like that. Like, oh shit, they sticking me, motherfucker. No, they ain't sticking. Ain't no stick and move type shit. Either you're going to keep taking that motherfucking jab and be like, okay, I'm going to heal the wound, or you're going to keep taking that jab, or you're going to hit the fucking grave. It's just like, which one you want? You know what I'm saying? Cold communication, snake communication. And it's like, oh my, like, how do I feel vulnerable? Or it's one of those, you see right through me. How do I breathe without you? About, the cold way of betraying people or perceiving the person, and it's like, I only seen this from it's like having an emotional, immature point of view of a situation, of having to run around about what is it that I do. So now, am I going to stay as a wooded soldier, or do I want to be the full metal soldier? Wood sometimes can rot, or depending on what type of wood it is, and you carve it in a particular way, you carve it right, shit, it might be turned into a very precise, pristine, solid, and sturdy piece of art. So selective on the wood you choose, because you can still build a home with wood, but I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, right? Do you want to be that wolf in the sheep clothing, or do you want to be those piglets that said, hey, we got to come together to figure out how not to be in this storm? And in that, it's like, do I want to have the runaround of, is this what's really true? Somebody know you know it's the sun card. You know it's something that's true for you. You know it's something that's making you happy, but it's like, I'm running like, what are you running for, baby? Receive so you can be fruitful. Receive so you can be nurtured. Receive so rather you see the dark, and it could be, what is it? It's no more clouds in this house. Angie Stones, my sunshine has come. but I'm all dried out. There's no more rain in this cloud. Do you want to keep having a rain in the cloud, or do you want to be able to see the sun, stars, and the moon in the cloud? Because ain't nothing worse than seeing a dark on top of dark with dark clouds of a storm and the rain, or being on that capability of standing on the edge of the rock and I could slip today, or I could sit there and stand firm on the solid ground to see the stars today, to know where I'm walking. It's like, do I approach? Do I say something? And someone could be, you know, they may feel a little threatened. They may feel a little snaked out. They may feel like the black cat is good luck, superstitious. So I could feel that, you know, someone could be superstitious, but then it's like, well, it's not factitious. It's real because I could feel it too. This is like somebody that could feel certain things just as much as another person do, but it's just like, will they snake us? Will they? It's like, no, baby, it's not like that. But you have to have the maturity of feeling like you're going to have a repeat of something. But it's not like how someone perceived it to be. But I'm stressed because I didn't know in Taurus season that I was planning and thought about, you know, what would happen to them and be snaking them and all this stuff. It could just flood back to you. But when it's unconditional, things can be forgiven. But when you want to be unconditional, that energy exchange of what you're saying, you want it to be conditional, then that person can go ahead and carry on to have free will and do what's best for them, right? But it's like, I want to turn them away. I don't want, I feel like that they're going to do this. And it's like, well, if that person has not done that yet, I want to know, what can I do? Something could be, you know, this is like energy harboring around family. Alliance, allies. People wanted to get offers or give offers, and it's like, no, I don't want to take that, because anytime that they prophesize, this is what's going to happen. Every time that I leave this hood and I do this behind, this is where I'm left working a lot harder, but now I got to face judgment because I did something more harsh. Ogun. Working steadfast and strong to see something through. Someone could feel, you know, like, damn, that's a strong speech. That's a strong way for you, you know, to come out. That's a strong way to just see what it is that I can do. But now the person that has to be surrounded and protected. And then it's like, this is really just a form of really understanding good karma, good dharma, bad karma, bad dharma. The balance of being able to know, like, regardless of how a person is perceived, but how is it being received? The key of the situation of, you know, hey, okay, it's a Ten of Swords situation. Let me use this. I see in the Ten of Swords, right? And for that, someone, you know, realized like, okay, it was on a conditional situation, and where I did this sacrifice to do this, to cause this situation to them, cause them not to get the truth, cause them to be in a runaround, right? But was that a form of control? Now we're leaving with the injury of, damn, it made me fall hard on my ass. However, when you fell hard on your ass, before you get back up, what did you learn? Don't stand back up until it's like, All right, the lower you can go is rock bottom. So the only way from the bottom is to go up, unless you choosing just to sit there or just bury your own grave to say, okay, I give up. Or determination and ambition, let me listen. Let me see where I can go from this. I'm not receiving with my hands no more, but I'm ready to perceive it with my feet, because most of the time, energy comes through the feet before it comes to the hand. Because it requires you to stand firm on both feet. 2 feet, 10 toes. Right? And when you start seeing it, your thoughts get in order. And you start getting more in tune with nature. Okay, was I behaving in my animalistic behavior, or I was more needing to be in my energetic, spiritual, and etheric energy to know, like, hey, when you get into an animalistic behavior, it's going to put you on low vibration. Because when you're in the animalistic behavior, it's the circle of life. Right? The lion will eat the gazelle, but the gazelle is going to eat the ground. So the lion is still eating healthy. But in order for the graze of the ground, most of the time, the monkey is going to look for whatever the elephant, the giraffe, and the gazelle is eating, because they know that the trees are going to be what? Fruitful. They can get their bananas. They can pick the ticks. They can pick the banana leaf. But at least they know that's going to be a source. It's a source. Because they can still survive, right? But if the storms still come, could they survive? This is just an analogy of basic psychology. Are you learning? You know what I'm saying? Are you learning to be able to do this? Are you making too much of a quick, rash decision versus let me be in this nurturing energy, or receptive and emotional, mature energy to receive what it is that you're saying, versus in this dirty, flooded water of this sickening, of the disease, of, everything is being infested, and I'm not manifesting good things, but I did manifest the death. I did manifest because I took it personally, because it was shots fired, but do I get a chance to express myself? Being caught red-handed, feeling like they being judged or something, and it's like, no. It's 10 of Cups. It's a fulfillment. It's full of ideas. It's full of being firm, security, stability. Masking the ideas, masking the healing, masking the doctorhood. Because we go to the doctors to go ahead and get the antidote. There we go. The antidote. You got the disease, but I got the antidote. You get the poison, but I got the antidote. Or I can keep going to contaminate myself in the poison, or I can get the antidote. But let me see if this is going to work, folks. Let me see if that's going to work first, right? But if I see it from a different perspective, then I'm not so quick to shots fired, cut it down, stop it. But you're missing the whole concept of what's growing around you. You're missing the whole concept, right? But then the shocker of the situation is like, the whole time now I gotta go ahead and build a tunnel and try to run around and put on a facade and keep certain things a secret. But then it's like, now it's running dry. What do I do now? Now it's like, I gotta retire this. Now I feel like it's being taunted or getting schooled at the same time while I'm getting taunted, while I'm trying to recover. And it hurts. It lay you out. But then it's like, are they watching me? It's not watching you, baby. Are you come to the doctor to get stitched up? If it hits you in the gut and they sliced you up, you got to go to the doctor to stitch you right back up. Make sure everything back in place. Make sure its organs functioning correctly, right? Or put yourself in distress after you get the healing, because I want to keep unaliving. La 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 la. Don't see, so see. Okay, that's you. That's you, and now you. Oh, I'm under anesthesia and this happening, but you could have avoided the situation if you just heard a little bit, just watched a little bit, just here to listen so you can do better. But still wanting to create the terror of the situation. Emotional immaturity. It's young. I haven't had it before. You know, I'm going to say something, but I'm going to not say nothing. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to just hope to set it for fire, but I want to root it. But how are you rooting something in that Empress energy of life, of flowing? What is it calling? A land of milk and honey, or a land of overflow of emotions, overflow of love, overflow of security, overflow of wisdom, overflow of they sitting in their power until they're not. And then it's like, well, can we keep taking the wisdom and drying them out of the emotions? And then it's like, no, that's what's meant for them. The honey. They're meant to drink the honey. To make things sweeter, make things better. Work hard. But then there's disruption because their work ethic is impeccable. Their focus is impeccable. The concentration is impeccable. So the only thing is throw the rock and go ahead and distract the monster that wants to come out. Or we tame that and reroute what it is, where it's like, I'm not the poisonous snake. Now I'm the snake of the venom with the healing. You see what I'm saying? I might have to start a little fresh, starting a little bit young again, but I still get victory regardless of what this is. And with that, that leads to more security, authority, but more authority in being able to see it before it happens. Trusting the intuition, trusting the hierophant aspect of what it is that you're doing versus, no. Has it always been a fall of wisdom and a chance for you to heal? Or was it just, now I got to fix everything that I've thrown in a particular way to make it back better again? That's how somebody, it's just perspective. Standing firm, ritual ceremony to acquire all the treasures of heaven, as above, so below, as in heaven, here on earth. Are you happy in heaven? If not, you'll be that fallen angel. You'll be that person that was falling. Help me. I've fallen and I can't get up. Life alert. Life alert. Fall and get your ass to back up, and you get into temperance, reconciliation of yourself, kneeling to say, hey, shit, I got to take a knee real quick. Take knee, drink water. As they would tell us in the fucking military, hey, we've been working hard, take a knee. Take a knee, drink you some water. Regains the favor of those offended. You have to see what it is that a person is seeing it. But you got to be receptive. You just can't just, it ain't squabble up right now. Are you ready to receive that constructive criticism? Are you ready to receive the intellectual that will give you the knowledge of peace and understanding? Won't he do it? Okay, amen, amen. Seek knowledge, peace, and understanding. Joy cometh in the morning. You may cry for a night, but joy shall cometh in the morning, right? I will become the student of my karma and the teacher of my pain. Meaning, I'm a student of the forever learning lessons, but I'm learning the bad lessons so I can get the good lessons, so I can become the teacher of the pain that is caused from those lessons that I did not have to learn or repeat. That's when you become the teacher. Or as we usually say, been there, done that, right? Sometimes it's some people that been there, done that, and they're probably like way younger than an older person that sometimes old people tell you, baby, you've been through a little bit more than life than I can ever fucking imagine, but I'm listening, baby. Or you could be a little bit younger and you got to listen to that older person that actually been through life. If you ain't never had it, you didn't support it, you didn't know it, you ain't learned nothing. Now I become the student of that elder or that older person because, hey, do we have to be careful to not trauma bond, but to be able to bond and have an understanding like you've been through some shit, but how did you get to it? So now I'm the student to the teacher. We don't learn nothing just by it's just there. Or you just lucky to be, to receive and have that kind of divinity or source knowledge already in you and it's on you. It could be 22, 52, 62, or 102. It's in you and it's on you. Sometimes people speaking it because they had to sit in that. They didn't have those people saying, let me fix some shit. If I offended you, let me fix that. It's not many people you will ever meet that say, hey, let me fix that. If I hurt your heart, or if I hurt your feelings, or if I hurt your mind, help me help you so we can have an understanding to know, will we grow? Because I don't want you to feel like it's on a conditional term that I'm only going to hear you on conditions. Don't let me hear you unconditionally. You deserve to be heard, listened to, and responded to. Not reacted, but responded. There's a difference between a reaction and a response. A reaction is only necessary to a behavior that's unchanged. A response, you're being listened to, you're heard to, and I'm giving you something appropriate to know that I see you, I hear you, I feel you. And some people are not always given those type of tools to be prepared for that because they've not ever really always gotten that constructive criticism. They didn't always have that backing or that intellectual knowledge, or they didn't have that appropriate teacher to teach them. That's where reconciliation can come in. That's how you can regain favor of those that you didn't know, or whether you did know you offended. That's how you get that. It's no ritual or ceremony. The only ritual and ceremony is the person sitting down and reflecting. Where did I go wrong? How do I do better? What steps should I take to do it better? That's ritual and ceremony. No bippity boppity boo. I'm having a conversation with the man in the mirror, which happened to be me or happened to be you. I am the reflection of you, and you are the reflection of me. Good or bad, happy or sad, what could I do better, and what's making me triggered? Certain things happen to you to trigger you to see what it is that you can do better for yourself. It's a thought process, it's an emotional process, and how you receive and perceive the world around you. Sometimes we come from that world where it's harsh and it's cold. So the only way that you know how to respond is through reaction versus everything don't require the reaction or a response. Let me see what it is that I need to fix right here. That's it. That's why I said I'm not ready for everybody. But it's either you're going to love me or you're going to hate me. And that's okay. But most of the time people love me. They love to hate me because they love me, baby. But they love me because I'm going to be honest with you. I come in an unconditional. I come in peace. That war shit right there, you're going to lose every time. Because I can pick and choose. You know why they say, I pick and choose my battle. Pick and choose your battles, right? But the war is already won, right? But you pick and choose the battles. You gotta know when it, you gotta know when to hold and you gotta know when to fold. Cause it ain't always get you to get the gotten. Sometimes the getting gotten sometimes eat their ass up way quicker than what you could do. Their karma or their dharma is starting to pull up. So you pull back and give yourself the unconditional time to say, shit, I fucked up, I did some shit. But if they not willing to be accountable and receptive to that shit, guess what? You're not responsible for how somebody think or feel about you. You're not responsible for that. The only thing you're responsible for is about what you speak, how you feel, and how you making sure you're getting your point across. Rather they receive it at that time in a moment, but it's going to be a time and a place or a moment. But it requires them to be in a sound, open mind, not a narrow mind. Because when you're in that narrow mind, you're not going to see nothing. That's like, I'm going to put my hater blockers on, but you need to take the hater blockers off to see what the fuck is really going on. Because how you call yourself aware if you just seeing that little piece versus let me see the full 180. It ain't ever a 360 because you put yourself in a 360, you've putting yourself back where you started from. And some people get a little bit, damn, I'm tired of hearing all the positivity. Well, if you tired of hearing the positivity, then baby, you live into a world full of negativity. That's all that is. Sometimes it'll trigger you and be like, oh, baby, listen, that jab was a little bit needed. You're going to be bruised up, but eventually you're going to build that tolerance. But we're not going to get stuck in just getting hit just to get hit because somebody's angry. No, we get hit. So are we losing? We losing the war, or we trying to win some shit? I'd rather lose the battle and win the war versus losing the war and winning every single battle. Battle is only meant to test the strength, the capabilities, and vulnerabilities. The war is when you come in that you know the capabilities, vulnerabilities, and you strike to win, not surrender. Or if you cold at it, a motherfucker will surrender. And you'll be okay with it. But then you keep it pushing because it's already won. Tower moment. Political ambitions. It's like I'm just politicking just to see where it's going to go, but it leads you to a light of understanding. How you can cure those things, how you can handle physical illness, how you can handle mental illness or disorders or things like that, because sometimes the pain we hold on today create the disorders that you have tomorrow. Let that marinate. The shit you hold on today create the disorders that you have tomorrow. Don't ever sit in that type of pain. You gotta change. Yeah, it calls you to be in your authority. It allows you to be in your power. Politically, physically, mentally, emotionally. It gives, the protection against people to conspire to do things to you. When you secure in yourself, shit, who the fuck can move you? Nobody but you. That shit give me that song. Who can love you like me? Nobody. Okay? You just don't ever know what it is that you have in common with certain people until you just be like, get the little sourpuss face off of you. You be okay, baby. It'll bother you just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. But then when you stand the fuck up and you chin up, chest out, because we ain't no fuck niggas around here. We ain't no fuck girls around here. We shim. We them. We her. We him. You know what I'm saying? Timothy Hernandez. Hola. You know what I'm saying? You hit their ass with that. Timothy Hernandez. Hola. You know what I'm saying? Just allow certain things. When you allow certain things to crash and burn, baby, you can build shit right back up from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to give you a little bit of anxiety. It's going to make you feel, look, I feel funny. Okay, major pain. Let it down, baby. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't here to just They want this with honey, it ain't that, okay? I'm not Bobby and I ain't Whitney. Whitney said crack is cheap. She make too much motherfucking money to smoke crack, bitch. Okay? R.I.P. to Whitney Houston, you know what I'm saying? I love me some Whitney Houston now. I love me some Whitney Houston. But you just gotta, cherish those funny moments. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live, you gotta laugh, you know what I'm saying? You gotta see the world a little bit different. Shit. Everybody ain't great and everybody ain't perfect. You ain't gotta be the perfect mom. You ain't gotta be the perfect dad. You ain't gotta be the perfect son, daughter, or whatever. We all ain't fucking perfect. We fuck up. But are you standing up to heal that shit so you can see the unconditional versus being love on the terms of condition? Are you ready to receive the constructive criticism? You ain't gonna always be prepared, but brace your motherfucking self. Brace yourself, fool. Like he said on Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit to do. But be fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But I choose to be fucking with y'all to say shit happens. Let your heart, baby, let that heart, whoever you are, feel your energy. Baby, let your heart, it's okay. I don't know. Baby, you fucking know. Just laugh with your little silly ass. I want to be mean. I want to be angry. Okay, Angry Bird. You'll be okay, Angry Bird. Mwah. There you go. There you go, Sugar Pie. Go ahead and just lighten it up a little bit, Sugar Pie. Now, I don't want to admit that. It ain't about admitting about shit. If we was wrong, we wrong. We fuck up sometimes. It's a human experience. A person with unconditional love and knowing where they're coming from and when they have to stand firm, it ain't even about being judged at the end of the day. Because for me, I ain't going to give no shit. But I come in love. Do you want the fucking love or you want to... Calm down, my lady. What is it? Come on. Let's want hug me. Bring it in. You need a hug, Sugar Pop. Whoever you are, you just need a little hug. I just didn't want it. It's okay. Vulnerability ain't gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? We not back in the days. You ain't no punk, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody make you feel the punk, call 1-800, call Rita, choke that hoe. You know what I'm saying? You be okay. Eventually, you know what I'm saying? It'll take you a little bit to go ahead and warm up to it. It'll make you change a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta shake it a little bit or whatever. But once you see it, you'll be okay. It's like, I want to chuck this bitch, but you'll be okay, Sugar Pop. You'll be okay. It's called inner and outer work. It help you. It helps you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about being as religious and as these other things. It's just I'm hearing that Stevie Wonder song as I ain't gonna sing that for you, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a Stevie Wonder fan. I love me some music though. But when you get to see certain things in a better way, baby, it's no way for you to not be able to honor, regardless if you don't like a person. It's just like, let me give them a chance. And versus me, I'm not a person to be like, I'm just don't like you. Energy is energy, aura is aura. But, most of the time you can sit back for a little bit like, let me get a little feel first of all. Let me see. And then it's like, you can see. You can see how a person treats other people. Excuse me. You can tell how a person is, where their heart is how they genuinely treat other people. Period, point blank. How they treat the shit. You put a person amongst the room and put them amongst sick people, kids, or people you feel like you're wrong. You just and they sit there and they just do some of the shit that you be like, girl, I wouldn't even did that. But they did that, and it's like, it's called life. That's called heart. That's a generous heart. That's an unconditional type love. Love is not boastful. Love is not pain. Love is not bringing up every single motherfucking thing. But love is also a form of a way to allow you to see the world in a different way. The stronger the love you have, the stronger the warrior you shall be. Those who carry hate makes a weakness. Hate is a weakness. Love, it takes a strong motherfucker to have some love, and baby, it's gonna beat your ass the fuck down. Cause bitch, I think I look like damn Martin that time his ass thought he was a boxer, and his motherfucking head was swelled up, and he be like, Gina, I look okay, Gina. And you know how he was talking about Gina and her fucking forehead, but Martin's head was all knocked up and all extra swollen. Love would do that shit to you sometimes. Love will do that shit to you sometimes, baby. But he got back up and he kept going. Yeah. Impenetrable secret. It's like people ain't gonna, when you got that strong love shit, people ain't gonna be able to mess with it. You know what I mean? Archangel Michael. You don't allow other things to be relevant. You see the person. It ain't about a spiritual thing. It ain't. It's, do you see the person? You gotta see the person, baby. Strength, and that requires a whole lot of strength. It requires you to be both balanced in your masculine and feminine energy. Sometimes, you know, as a woman, when you feel like you're not feeling safe and protected or provided for, you're going to step into your masculine energy. But when you're feeling safe and secure with everything that you're doing, regardless of what it is, or, you know, as me, I'm a fatherless and motherless child. So I have to be my man. But I also know to be soft, to be gentle, to be caressing, to still be loving, still be giving people, you know, but I'm going to be heard. I'm going to be respected. My boundaries won't be, you know, crossed. But I come in love. Let me love on you. But I'm also that person that I have a clear understanding in my, you know, masculine energy. I'm the last person, if you're not ready for that raw, just ask somebody else, you know. So, but when you're ready for that raw, you know it's going to be honest. It's going to be kind. It's going to be with love. Sometimes it's going to be delivered with tough love, or it's going to be delivered with that soft love. This is soft love, baby. It's soft. It hit different. It hit different. But that tough love, oh, it's going to sting. You going to feel like a motherfucker just really just boom, bang, boom, disrespecting you and everything. But then it's like, but they come in peace. You still come in peace and you can be in an equal balanced space. You know what I mean? You got to have that covering. Divine comfort. Yeah, the constellation and protection from people who want to destroy you just to destroy you. There's been people want to destroy me because it's like, shit, you know too much. You got a whole bunch of wisdom, baby. It was a whole bunch of living in such a small little bit of time. It wasn't fair. But then it's like, now I treasure it. I honor it. I'm not able to help that, you know, there's people that have been on this earth 60, 70, 80, 100 fucking years. And they've been through some shit, but it's not going to compare to what it is that I'm having to, you know, what I had to go through. But I'm grateful for the wisdom. I'm just an old soul trapped in a young body. But it's okay though. I won't complain. It hurt. And you are entitled to go ahead to be able to talk about your love and your submission of how you submit to it. I'm going to submit to that hurt. I'm going to submit to that pain. Because without the hurt and pain, I wouldn't be where I am today. You learn, it's a learning experience every day. It cures the illness. It influences how you give yourself long life. You extend your life every time that you face that. Like, I had to stop running from everything. It's like, I'm tired. You're just not able to run from everything every time. Sometimes you got to run to it and face that shit. That's how you know how strong you are, regardless of how harsh that truth may be. Hurt me with a truth, not ever a lie. A mouth that don't lie and eyes that won't cry. Cry of happiness, cry of healing, cry of releasing. You can be in pain, you can be in grief, but those tears allow you to release that sorrow, that illness, that pain, that rage. Tears is okay. We ain't in that era no more. I'm going to give your ass something to cry for. Now we're in that era of, baby, cry it out, baby. Cry it out. Here my ears. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come give Granny some love. You know what I'm saying? Come give Big Mama some hug. Influences change and voyages in self-discovery. And certain pains will allow you to self-discover what accept what you can change and what you cannot. And the only person you're in control of is you. You know what I'm saying? When it's forgiveness and love, unconditional love, shit, you can forgive anything. You be like, no, you're not. When you in full extension of what spirit has for you, you are able to forgive anything. I mean that. You may not go back to the same behavior, but you're able to forgive everything. Long as the lips that don't lie, don't make me cry based off that lie. It's creating the pain. When you're good to yourself, whatever other people are bringing to you is not able to affect your health. So when you're good to yourself, anything negative someone brings to you is not capable or able to affect your health. Because you got to be good to yourself first. Revelations. Some people will be dealing with the revelation that I gave earlier. But how you heal the heart when you prepare for it. Now you can wake up with it. You can have that conversation. And now you could be able to say, I made it through it. I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting through it, Paul. But don't ever close your eyes to what it is building the construction of what you have going on within yourself. It helps you with the better workings of yourself. It will protect you so much more from, being offended by stupid shit, because can't nobody offend you shit. They coming in, they grouchy at work, giving you attitude and shit. Baby, they just had a bad day. I don't know. You just turn around and look at them, baby. I don't know who pissed in your cereal today. Is you okay? Because I'm not going to be responsible for the rage that you carry, because your rage ain't got shit to do with me. But we don't want to go there, so I want to make sure we don't have that misconception, you see. Don't hide your eyes and block your feet. You're blocking your path and you walking blindly. Would you rather be found and seen, or lost and confused and don't know which direction you're going? Bringing things fruition, expensive with gifts, with grace. You got to walk with grace, baby. You got to work with grace. But it requires you to be in a calm, equilibrium type of behavior versus being attacked. I'm getting hit left and right. You only get hit from left and right if you're not aware of when it's coming and how it's coming. But when you're aware of how they're going to come and how they're coming with it, shit, you already prepared for it. You already see the sun. You lighten too fucking bright for them to even bring it your way. Like, this motherfucker looks scary already. Divine forgiveness, favors of those of the great, secures promises. Divine warrior, yeah, you prepare for the fight. Brings victory and peace. Rectification, this is a whole lot of forgiveness and rectification. Advancement and progress, yep. The book of life. Yep, standing firm, financial obedience. Calms anger in anyone. Grandeur. Someone could have been like, see, I knew y'all could see it from there. Good and evil, peace is divine anger. Keep people from spazzing out. Fortune and fame, for fulfill any requests. Healing capacity. It's just healing. Alchemy. Transformative. Spiritual progression helps those with spiritual progress. Seduction and downfall. Communicates with the dead. Teaches the occult. And that's the truth. High Priestess. Transformation. Protects from being, you know, psychologically locked away or in a mental confound. Desire to know knowledge. Divine power guards against mental trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh damn, I hope they forgive me about saying that this was them. You'll be okay. Love and wisdom makes the truth known in legal proceeding. Like, somebody could be wanting to recant certain things. Spiritual communication influence religious men, teachers, and men of law. Submission. Cycles breaking. Fertility. Let's see what else. That's crazy. Loyalty and allegiance, friendship. There's a whole bunch of reconciliation. This is like somebody could literally just like gaining a perspective of looking at a situation different. They like, I can hear somebody, I didn't even, man, this is like somebody like, you know how somebody, it's not like they're mad or nothing. It's like they feel judged, but then it's like, I get it. But then it's like, well, when I get it, it's just like, self-reflecting. And then it's like also like, damn, I gotta take back certain things that was said, but then it's like, you know, what's said is said. It's cool. You know, that's how you feel in a moment. But it's just the trinity of those things. Like, it's okay. Propaganda of light confines the wicked signs, save from enemies. This is like somebody who was like, oh, I hate this person. Then it's like, it ain't even like that no more. The will for new beginnings. New beginnings. Divine grace. Liberation. And it's just like, damn, this could fuck me up, but it's like I see it differently. What's that? Hit different. Sometimes you just drive in, you see it, then you disconnect, and then it's like, okay, I can see it from a different place, which allows you to get in a stronger, mature, emotional way to redeem yourself. Redemption, which is justice, love. Somebody could have just wanted to redeem that and just see something differently. Patience. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, King of Cups. Somebody fulfilled with love, hoping that things don't die away. Something happened quickly. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Cups. It's like a up and down roller coaster. Certain things does not need. An Ace of Cups, fertility, multiplicity, protects against despair and helps one be patient. Perception of unity, protects against accidents and heal the sick. Truth and justice, protects from enemies who will steal one's fortune. Anything else? Shadow work, that's it. That's all that is. Somebody's shadow work, love begins. Somebody not tempted, but it's like, I'm going to do it. But then it's like January. Somebody could do like fertility, not January, but the 31st or the 1st, April 1st, March 30, 31st, or the 19th. Like something coming to light, like somebody could want to know something about this. What's this fertility? Something that was destined. Something that could be really strong. Harmony, wisdom, rejoicing, celebration. Somebody could have celebrated that. Somebody could have been like heartbroken. Somebody could have just did something in May. Solar plexus, heart chakra, but it led to, you know, healing for somebody. You having success. Suffering and silence, boredom, discontent, reward and recognition, the universe. Causing something to just move on from. It might just be something holding on. Yeah. Truth, triumph, and success. foundation, spiritual strength, and positive movement forward with other, partnerships and alliances. Sacral chakra. Someone be patient, you know what I'm saying? That's coming in. Base chakra, third eye, you could be seeing through, but just very much passionate speaking. Movement and choices, transformation, hope, rest and rejuvenation is useful. Intuitively, someone you can just know about recognition, about, somebody probably, they happy or whatever. So it's not like, I feel like a secret could have been, somebody could have just, you could have conceived, but the person ended up getting married. So it's just like you're moving on from the situation. You might just be keeping it to yourself and just being patient about, when it's your opportunity. You probably had the heartache and loss at that time, but it was like, hey, allow people, to celebrate. It's not like you looking to break anyone down. It's just like, be happy for me. It's like, for me, I honestly already know that man got married. Probably they got a baby or whatever on the way. It's just like, hey, may the blessings continue. You know what I'm saying? They celebrated. They was happy for that. And it's like they could be feeling triggered or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just as long as, an emperor. Because fertility is right here. Seduction and downfall. So someone could have just felt like somebody just, fell for something and it happened too quick. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They could have had, love or whatever. It's just like, for me, I wish them the best. I hope they're happy, you know what I'm saying? For somebody, if there was, Wheel of Fortune or whatever. For somebody, you'll get your chance at love. I know I will, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. I just hope they happy or whatever. It's just suffering in silence, fertility. Somebody could be, pregnant and alone, success. Or just, you can, it's not always fully like a physical pregnancy. You could be pregnant with spirit, ideas, creativity, manifesting things. Spiritual union, spiritual strength, positive movement forward. For somebody, you could be literally just, hoping the person. Spiritual strength and union. Somebody could be, feeling that. And then the positive movement forward. What else is this? Doing the shadow work. So I feel like someone, in the midst of you gaining your spiritual strength or the spiritual union, you just did shadow work and you've just been taking a positive chance to move forward. Strengthen your crown chakra. It's been strengthening your crown chakra to receive, to think better, to feel better, to come from, truth, to, come from those. For somebody, you may have gotten more truth and clarity about your strength and spiritual union and love offers, and the Lover's card is there. You've probably been speaking on certain things that's been very truthful, patient, financial and material changes. For somebody, you may have, spoke on the truth about somebody, gaining financial and material changes, because this is getting like somebody could have got recognition in like a business or work, and then somebody got married. Like for me, I already know, congratulations, you know what I'm saying? Firm foundation. Could have got a home around then. Harvest and a new beginning. And for them, you know what I'm saying? I hope that, they're happy. It could be like a mental conflict with emotional withdrawal about the recognition and reward. I don't know what that's about. Awareness. Okay, somebody, you could be just aware of the recognition and reward, which could have someone in mental conflict or emotionally withdrawn from a situation, from their new beginning. Because something about a material harvest that someone could have, like somebody could be having anxiety or just struggling with the thought process of what they gained from something. You could also gain a home from this, but definitely this is marriage in a position or a promotion in something. Something that they could have planned. They could have worked with like the moon cycles, incantations and stuff like that. You're probably aware of it. It's like, somebody could have, used sex magic, partnerships to cause solitude, to want somebody to stay alone. But I feel like in the time of somebody being alone, you probably was able to read the situation more appropriately, gain more clarity about, obstacles and challenges, and but it led to, balance within your self harmony and giving you spiritual strength. Yeah. And put you more in your spiritual authority, victory, and success. You may just put certain things on the side, like for me, maybe it was just like it is what it is, but you manifest something new. It's leading to creativity. Let's flip this fertility card, because this fertility card just popping out where it's just like went half on a baby or something like that. Somebody could be playing a waiting game, because I'm hearing that song fumble someone's heart. Waiting game before love begin. It's something about heart, shadow work. Like in my situation, I already knew. It's just like, I'm not concerned. As long as he happy, shit. I don't care who you with. That's his thing. And maybe the home or whatever. Someone could be feeling some type of way about that triumph, but you come into the light and it seems like somebody have emotional loss or obstacle and challenge about somebody coming to acceptance about some knowledge. But I feel like this was just universal law that something had to come in very strong and powerful for someone to see it clearly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wanted to sacrifice like the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings of it. And it's just like seeing something, differently. Prosperity begins planting a seed. When is this? So it's like March or April is very prevalent. And someone you just probably just chose to just keep moving on. Just keep moving. There's no more disruption. It's just like, just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? True. Just keep moving forward. Allow that person, that's part of their destiny. But it also still gives that same message of material, spiritual, like, it's like literally giving where somebody could have broke someone's heart in March or January or just all the way around. Harmony, transformation, rejuvenation, rejoicing, but deception. Or someone could be feeling like they're being decepted, or someone's being deceptive about a fulfillment of wishes or hope, memories of love celebrated. Or somebody, you know what I'm saying, it's a situation where literally, like, I could see clearly. I could see clearly now. The rain is gone. It's like, see something for what it is, because it's literally given where somebody, you know what I'm saying, like I said, could have been celebrating, they was happy with someone else, but then it's like the other person, someone could be like feeling that somebody, I was like, it's not my woman, but I can really, really feel she cheated, or really cheated. It's like, man, That's not even your woman. It's like, no, but I know she cheats. I mean, no, she cheated. It's like, how is somebody cheating if they're not your woman type shit? But it's like, someone could feel that they, like I said, men be knowing when they have created kids with women. They do. But it's like, are they going to say something? Are they playing around this situation? You know what I'm saying? For somebody, you might just be keeping it quiet or keeping it to yourself because it's like you may have known, oh, see, awareness, third eye chakras. You may have known that a lot of people would not even be happy for you. People would literally do work against you. Oh, well. Some of you would literally have people wanting to do, work towards you if you wanted to conceive or something like that, and you did end up conceiving or something like that. People would literally do work to make sure that you do not have that. That's crazy. But it's kind of like sad, but I can see that it was something that you thought somebody would let go of and they did it. And it's just like, I feel like it just literally ultimately put you in the power once you gain the wisdom. And that's actually causing you to have a new beginning. You might not have too much going on right now. Like for me, I ain't got, I don't feel like I got much going on, but shit, I'm content. But it was like something was destined to go that way for somebody. Like you wanted something, but it's like, now it's like you having to go through it by yourself. You know what I mean? But I feel like somebody don't cut yourself off from that. Because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if it is that you had to be the person to get caught up in a situation, you end up having a baby, the person is married and they got all this other stuff going on, just go about your life and be happy. You know what I'm saying? Just go about your life and be happy. You might just be a single parent or a single mom or whatever. But it's okay. Somebody could really feel like somebody not saying something or they want somebody to say something. It's definitely surrounded around fertility or something like that. It's definitely surrounded by that. But I feel like the universe may have done something like that. Shit, it's like a person could be with child, don't even know they with child, but I feel like the universe has it exactly just like that. Because I feel like for somebody, it would literally leave somebody like a single parent. Yep. Showing the victory, success. But the harvest, I feel like somebody may feel like, I ain't got enough to do this. You'll be all right. Because if there's a will, there's a way. Also, someone could feel like, my nose issue. This is definitely like when I went like that, my nose itch, I saw blue. Somebody could be really feeling like, well, then why isn't the person talking about it or what? It's like, in certain instances, you might be a person who's morally just ethical about the situation. It's like, why, when you could eat, whether you picking up intuitively, spiritually, or something like that, you know what I'm saying, you have a child with someone, but then it's like they're married. So it's like, I can get where, the person is coming from, because it's like, shit, why fuck up their happy home? And there's no need to, do that. There's no need to fuck up somebody's happy home because, you know what I'm saying, how, basically you're the innocent bystander by not knowing that person is going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you just keep going. You literally just keep going. It builds character. Been there, done that. It just builds fucking character. Like, accidents happen, shit happens, whether that person meant to do it intentionally or it was just by accident. And it's just like, shit, sometimes the body will do certain things to you and you don't even fucking know. And then by the time you do know, it'll be a little bit too late to do anything. And then it's like, well, shit, here you are, you just stuck with it and you just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go back and say nothing to that person, especially if I could pick up intuitively, intellectually, or, just the pattern and the behavior the person carry. You're going to know that it's somebody else there. Shit. They married, they happy, shit. If anything, you just find you a different destination and go on about your business. It's going to be hard because it's like, well, shit, the kid deserved to have a parent or, their father, but If that's the case, you know what I'm saying, a person who, you know, would want to be there and want to know for themselves, they would ask for themselves, you know. But if you know that they're married or whatever the case may be, and it's a chance and a possibility that, of course, if they got married and they did this act and they didn't use protection, you didn't make them use protection, guess what? That's your own problem. You got to be accountable for that shit. Like, shit, I shouldn't have laid up with that person like that. You know what I mean? And you just take your repercussions and consequences and you keep it moving. You don't force yourself, you know, to just be like, oh, well, let me call this person and tell them that I got this on the way. And like, nah, because I ain't trying to deal with no courts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't trying to deal with all the extra headache. And then they got to deal with the argument. And that's not the type of energy or the environment no child deserves to be brought up in. And then it's like, God forbid that, you know, you ain't got a rapport with that person, let alone their family and stuff like that. Let it go. Just let it go. I mean, unless you can just be smart enough and go to a chop shop. But if not, you know what I'm saying? Hey, now you left with a little bambino, and you just got to take care of the little motherfucker. You know, take care of the best way that you know how. It's called accountability and responsibility. And you keep going. Someone you could be, I mean, it might lead to some emotional withdrawal in the situation. Divine warrior, baby, yeah, victory and peace. Shit, I'd rather take the victory and peace, shit. The Most High ain't putting nothing in your womb that he ain't need you to have in your womb to learn something. That I learned. I did an abortion one time in my life. I regretted it. I still regret that shit to this day. But it's just like, it is what it is. That's how it's playing out, and just keep it to yourself and keep it moving. Don't beat yourself up. Desire to know protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. Because for somebody, you know what I'm saying, you could have somebody that could be 21. Someone's birthday could be on the 21st. 1st, 2nd, or 3rd of any month. And it's like they could be people wanting to chant against, you know, what it is that you got going on. Somebody's birthday could be between the 1st or the 7th, or the 1st and the 8th. And they could be like totally against it. And it's just like, look, take your blessing, learn your lesson, 2 feet, 10 toes, handle business. And don't be turning into listening to that MJB song. I'm not gonna cry, oh, not this time. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. You know, shit happen. Don't fuck up nobody happy home because you know you didn't bother to ask the question and that person didn't bother to give you the answer. Don't fuck up nobody happy home. Some people are like, but those are kids. Hey, honey, in my experience, I've seen many of men, especially when they married and they looking to keep secrets. Do you feel you and that child deserve to be a secret? Nah. So handle your business. Perception and revelations reveal secrets of nature. So secret of the body, secret of what things can hold, things like that. You know, be mindful if that's a case or a situation where people be, oh, well, you know, the Lord said the kids need both parents and ignore that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a headache that you have to deal with. You know, they will have to deal with. You got to deal with that situation. And when you know that person, you know, has situations going on 50-50, you ain't got to deal with it. Because I know for me personally, I can't speak for the next person. I wouldn't say anything. I'll keep it to myself. But just be mindful. High Priestess energy. Yeah. Divine forgiveness, friendships, secure promises. You know what I'm saying? But for me, promises, personally, I feel like promises are meant to be broken. If it's not a guarantee and it's solid, take your 9 of Pentacles. As this person is standing alone, take your 9 of Pentacles, be strong, handle that responsibility, restore your life into the base of your, you know, to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? Bootstraps, tie them up. Love, wisdom, victory over those who will attack you. Yeah, intellectual lucidity, constellation, and compensation. For somebody, that for somebody in a situation, they might, somebody could be like, want to be blind to it or not want to approach it or whatever, but it's just like, this could be, somebody thought process. Somebody could be thinking that for themselves as well, because it's like, well, shit, from a man perspective, Archangel Michael here, that man could literally say like, damn, if I did get the motherfucker pregnant or whatever, and that, it's going to fuck up their new beginning. So that's what I'm saying. For somebody in a situation, it's not for everybody. Some people be like, oh, you got to tell the father so they can know. Like, sometimes they don't want to know. Sometimes they don't. I'm going to be brutally honest. Sometimes they don't. But if they really did want to know, and especially if the person is married and you figured it out or you find out or something like that, keep it to yourself. Don't fuck up that person's happiness or nothing like that. Don't even let a religious moral value to even get into the way of that. You are the writer of your own story. Don't do that to yourself. Because then it's like, depending on what kind of energy that person come in towards you, now you got to deal with somebody wanting to be vindictive. And then now you got to sit here and try to figure out, is this person appropriate to be around that kid type thing? And instead of just putting yourself through that whole headache, salute, appreciate you, keep it pushing. If they ain't looking for you, don't go looking for them. I'm a firm believer of that. I learned my lesson 18 years ago. Motivation, transformation. It's like, what's motivating you? What type of transformation do you want? You know what I'm saying? Emotion is not required for that type of situation, but be as nurturing. Fertility and multiplicity protects against despair and helps one be patient. Rectification. You know what I'm saying? And liberation. Just be balanced in whatever this thought can be or the thought process. But this could be the man's process and thought about it too. Yeah. Because I'm not seeing much, love in this situation. It was just like, shit. You got to get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? Hit the sweet spot and you hit the sweet spot and now you're, it'll be all right. It's like, choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? You got options, but, it's too far in the game. You just handle your business. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Just handle your business. Intellectual richness protects fertility of women and makes children respectable towards their parents. For somebody, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you had desired and you manifested it in, congratulations. But, at the same time, somebody, depending on if you are having kids, they're going to be very respectable. Kids going to respect you. And someone your children do or will. Breaking cycles. So someone, if that's the case, you won't have to deal with certain things. You might just, I feel like somebody literally is just going to keep it to themselves. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. One of those, what are you talking about? It's like, it's like giving where somebody could be like, used to dressing a particular way and it's just like, start wearing baggy clothes just to conceal yourself or some shit like that. And it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, are you with child? What you talking about with the child? Does it look like there's a kid here? What are you talking about? It's like, I have no idea. Yeah, it's basically that situation. Anyways, guys, let me get off of here. I'm starting to get sleepy. 10 of Cups. heart, and throat. Someone's struggling to speak about what they have on their chest or on their heart or something like that. I'm sorry, some messages stick out and it's like, okay, let me see it through. Ain't gonna be no punk. The obstacle and challenge is something about somebody did something, conflict, defeat, trapped in fear. The heart. Somebody's literally struggling with like, because I keep hearing, I don't know, I don't know. But it's also like, is somebody gonna say it? Like, it's like, is anybody gonna speak up? But I feel like in both situations, whatever this is, someone is just looking to just like move on from it. It's like, you know, I mean, if there's a kid in this, it's kind of fucked up. But I feel like somebody just like, just to keep balance and keep the peace. I feel like someone's just like, fuck it and moving on. It's really giving that. Someone's like, shit, I'll be celibate for a little bit. Someone's like, shit, fuck it, I'll be celibate for a little bit. I feel like somebody you could be just like low key, just emotionally just off, and it's like, oh, whatever. Something about March 12, 13. March, April. March or April is very prevalent. But I feel like somebody you just universally, you're just like going on and just in solitude, just like somebody could literally be aware of the truth of the situation. But I really feel like it's a situation where it's really fucked up. Somebody just used somebody just for, you know, just to get their rocks off, and it's just that. And I feel like I'm feeling like somebody like, damn, why do that, man? Why do that? Heartache and loss. But it's like fertility. Like somebody did something based off of deception because something came to light, but it's like for somebody you just keep going. Especially if there was like no conversation had or whatever, and you reached out, you said something, just let it go. Shit, I take that. It's like I ain't gonna take it shit personal. Shit, they happy, they happy. You don't need to take anything any further. What they say is silence is a response. No response is a response. Meaning, if you said something, shit, it ain't say nothing. It's just keep it moving. Yeah, firm foundation. I feel like it might. It's probably for the best for yourself. Because I don't feel like that person. It's like stay your ground, firm foundation, and trapped in fear. Why is this trapped in fear here? Because movement, choices, and decisions. I feel like that person is even in regret that they even did it. But it's like, I mean, shit, they got their rocks off. It's like mental conflict. But I feel like you're just standing in and it's like, if they stood on business and it probably hurt you for a little bit, you probably just be like, okay, no love lost. You can't lose something that wasn't there. Yeah, heartache and loss, a heart chakra. Somebody was firm on doing that shit. Like, I guess it was intentional. For a foundation and achievement, and wanted you to have a waiting game about your heart, but they wanted, like, that waiting game was meant to try to break your heart. And I feel like someone felt that you wasn't going to see it or see the light of them, you know, when they got married. Somebody probably got married in January 6th. and they just use you to just sleep with. And they happy, but then something came out of it. It's the truth. Intuitively, someone you know, whether you know a person tells you they were passionate, they feel fulfilled, they got material, spiritual prosperity and recognition, and they started a new beginning. You could be aware of this or you could be feeling it. And I'm giving you the confirmation that's what it is. So you're just transforming it in your power. You probably just, trying to figure out how to get your funds together and moving forward. It's leading to balance. You know what I'm saying? Just stay focused on your material and financial changes, especially if there's a kid coming about, someone discontent and bored with a particular way of living. Deception and envy. Somebody could have just did something to just envy you or make you mad. Somebody could, go both ways or whatever. But it was just like, I feel like it was destined for this person to do this to you. Because I feel like it pushed you to just want to create and just find a better way to deal with your pain. Yeah. Also, you're dealing with anxiety. I feel like you're moving on from whatever this spiritual union is. Like you're choosing to. It's like you're not tempted, to make a partnership or alliance. I feel like you just literally just sacrifice this. Like you might be, feeling a little alone in the obstacle and challenge. I'm telling you, something came out of this shit. And I feel like the truth is, it's just like, it hurt for a little bit, but it's just like, shit, they're happy. Like, whoever the person is, if they got married and you ain't hearing from them, they're speaking to you, shit, they said that they're happy. But I feel like the happier that they become or whatever it is that they gain from you or, hurt you is, like you being the innocent bystander. It's like you got married and you didn't say anything, and then it's like, now I'm stuck with this kid, and then this is like, whatever. But it's going to make you stronger, you know what I'm saying? And the person happy, celebrating, you probably just patiently just waiting for things to come through for you. You know what I'm saying? You probably just, it's like, maybe that person has more, better memories than you do, but I feel like it's just, I'm just seeing somebody saying like, it is what it is. You're just in solitude. You may emotionally withdraw, but you're just rejuvenating, you know what I'm saying? You're doing the shadow work, but you're just speaking up on it and just becoming more aware about what the person has going on. What's to choose wisely about? What's to choose wisely? About harmony? You might just be coming in harmony within yourself. Yeah. Yeah, because something moved very quickly for whoever this was. Because it's like, it's a couple here. They gained financial and material changes very fast. They got married very quickly. And then it's like, here goes somebody, you getting a wish fulfillment, material and spiritual prosperity, victory and success intuitively, and you receiving the truth. But it's like, you're getting this, but I feel like even if someone is not there, for somebody, you're going to have to be like, here, now you're a single mom. I mean, that'll be the laugh, but it's like, I've been there. So it's just like, shit, don't beat yourself up about some shit like, somebody wanted that to be your destiny, and then chalk it up. You know what I'm saying? Just chalk it up. Wish fulfillment, like it's probably something in wish fulfillment. And somebody's like, that ain't no wish fulfillment. Hey, maybe it's just something, you know what I'm saying, depending on what you have. And little boys come into a woman's world to teach you love. Little girls come teach you how to have responsibility and duty. And maybe, depending on if you know what you're having or if you don't know what you're having, it's just like, whatever comes, just pray for it to be healthy. Just pray for it to, that, you can be the best parent of what you can be, and that you could be fulfilled in whatever it is that you need. Just see, to the cups. New beginning. Somebody don't stress on that, you know what I'm saying? You know, teach them harmony. If you ain't got it, teach them harmony. This is giving like you may have dealt with, like, damn. Damn. That's fucked up. To have to carry a kid from somebody who tried to kill you and actually genuinely hated you, that's fucked up. And they worked hard at that shit too. That's fucked up. Somebody was happy to do that shit too. But like I said, for somebody, just keep it to yourself. Because for that card to come out, that means somebody wanted to unalive you, or they were speaking that over you, or wanted that to happen to you so they don't have to take responsibility for it or for you. Someone could be literally trying to figure it out if it's like true or not, or what's going on with you. I'm telling you, somebody could literally be with child or be with child, and they've been sending people in to either like stress you, harm you psychologically, physically, emotionally. Yeah. Somebody, even parents, or you know, your parents, mother figures and stuff like that, wanted this to happen to you. Also, they wanted you to, like, say if you were pregnant or whatever, wanted you to get some sort of disease at the same time. Like, they wanted something to happen very, very fast, and then somebody come in and take your life at the same time. Damn. Yeah, somebody's just, somebody, a mother figure as well. It could be your own mother. Like, these were people that just did not care for your well-being. Damn. These people did not care. So, like, I'm telling you, somebody really just got into a fucked up situation. And like I said, yeah, if God bless you with that or whatever, if you got enough time to get rid of it, get rid of it. If not, you know what I'm saying, you just handling what you got to handle. But I wouldn't go back, especially if you're finding out that the person is married or something like that. Let it go. Yep, because it's obstacles and challenges, deception and envy. This is also someone that will hope to just like control you in that form. You know, if you decided to keep a child or something like that. This is also someone wanting to harvest materially from you. Like, you could be like the good luck charm that caught, like, your energy, or them sleeping with you will be just a form of them being able to just get what they can get from you. Like, that's selfish energy. They may have did that already. Somebody may have literally did that. But movement, choices, and decisions. Somebody literally could have, like, somebody got married to either same sex or somebody that they've been around for a long time. Or somebody could be in the same sex marriage. Whether you knew it or not. Intuitively, you could know that. Whether they did it secretly or, you know, everyone knew it. Yep. Everyone knew but you. But I feel like it's just like, whatever. You probably just like firm foundation, or you standing firm on your decision to just like not look back and moving on. Yeah. Someone you could just be moving on, you know what I'm saying? You just probably speaking your truth, speaking your piece, yeah. Heart hurting a little bit, you know what I'm saying? This is like somebody wanted you to feel like what you call it? A false promise. Oh, we can have the home, we can have the family because we got a spiritual union and strength and power, but the new beginning, prosperity. I feel like the universe wanted it this way. I feel like somebody, you had to go through that heartbreak to just get you to go. Like someone, you literally needed that heartbreak to bring you balance, to like know what choices you need to do, better when it comes to your finances, when it comes to love, when it comes to your growth, when it comes to your thinking. I feel like whatever situation you could have like literally just went through, and for me it's like I lost the kid, so it's just like it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It stinks, but hey, one less problem to worry about, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry about, kids being in the process. You ain't gotta worry about having to go back and forth. Shit is nothing to tell the person when you already miscarried, and it's like shit to know you. Not only did you steal from me, you betrayed me. Like you get married to the same gender, and then you try to you promised everything that was supposed to go from me to the next person. The only thing I can tell you is just wish them happiness. Wish them happiness, and as long as they're happy, you know what I'm saying? For somebody, it could cause mental conflict, but just do the shadow work. You know what I'm saying? Intuitively, you could already know. Like, that's the truth. This is also, you could have had people create obstacles and challenges for you so people wouldn't want to be with you or love you or like you. But hey, for me, that doesn't bother me. At least I know what I would want in the future, and just hopefully you learn from the situation. See, somebody could literally, and then it's like coming back in to gain their spiritual strength while you're declining type thing. You could be aware that it's like somebody, you could literally be aware that just like, I knew this person had this going on, but take your new path, take your new journey. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't meant to be. That person did not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to really realize, like, girl, that man did not like you at all. But it's like patience, plant the seeds about what it is that you want to manifest and do better. You know what I'm saying? There'll be people who'll be sitting there thinking you're addressing them and you want the message to be for them and things like that. And it's like, no, I'm just addressing the energy. You can't address the person. It's just like someone could literally have been trying to hide you to run around about yourself, and some people could be cloaking your energy like, do you know? Do they know? Do they know? You know what you know, it is what it is, and you keep it moving, right? This is also people that were watching you like around January, February, just to see would you catch on and would you care, and it's just like somebody wanted you to be like emotionally, psychologically distraught. Like all these people were just coming in to hurt your feelings, to act like they want to be with you and take these things from you. Yeah. Communication. Somebody could have had, like 2 more kids. So it's just like, cool, as long as they're happy, it ain't got nothing to do with you. For somebody, military could be withholding information, or veterans affairs. Also, you had a lot of people that had a hand in this. Very quick decisions. A lot of digital communication going on at this time. Yeah. Because if, say that you were, and then you just, maybe miscarried recently, this is what they wanted anyway. So it's just like, hey, it is what it is. They got what they needed. That's it. Like, for somebody, like, shit, take that shit as a fucking blessing. Take that shit as a fucking blessing. Because now it's no, you know what I'm saying? Even if that person, it's like no need or, to keep the person around or worry about their energy, what they got going on. They might, you might pick up on them being in your energy for a time or two, but who cares? Yep, this person, come checks in at time or two. Throat chakra. Somebody do not want this shit to be known. Somebody do not want that shit to be known. They be sitting here. Yep. You did what? You offered how many people? And you did this to what people? Like, it really be like, Now it's like somebody wanted to give it a run around, take somebody's life based off of that. It's like, well, nobody's supposed to know the truth. It's supposed to have been hidden. It's like somebody like, they don't fuck with you like that. So someone, take your blessing, learn the lesson. If you keep the kid, keep the kid. If you're not, you know what I'm saying? Or put them up, put them up for adoption. He or she, or they. Or I could have 2 kids or something like that. Just, make a wise choice or a decision about what it is that you do. If you still are, if you're not, you know what I'm saying? Let it be what's gonna be. Bye. Because it's like somebody could have got pregnant in January, lost again, got pregnant again in March or April. And then it's like somebody could be like trying to figure it out or not. It's a couple that's trying to figure it out, or if the person they know that the person is, they trying to unalive the person. You could be dealing with someone that's very immature. You're mine. They probably had a crowd and everything. But it is what it is. But, whatever decision someone you decide to make, that's on you. What's the cosmic energy? Somebody wanted you to feel unsafe. Or you made the challenge for you is safety. And then in connections, like not wanting to be connected to others, trusting the universe at this time that is guiding you to the understanding that you need. Seek knowledge, understanding, and clarity. The collaboration. This could be people wanting to come together to talk to you for your bravery, speaking up and standing firm. Someone you solo, adventure. Like I said, pack up, move, start fresh. You know what I'm saying? If you keep it, pack up. Wherever you decide to have that kid, you have that kid, move fresh, start your, toss away the phones, everything. Start new. It's gonna require you to have a lot of strength though. It's like, this never happening. That's the awakening. Because I feel like that person wouldn't even come around. They're not going to speak up. They're not going to communicate. So don't waste your breath to feel like, oh, well, we had a kid and he might change it. No, he won't. That type of energy right there, that person is doing what they have to do for the benefit of themselves. Not you. Not what they created with you or anything. That person would not care for you or that kid. At all. So, don't beat yourself up. Balance yourself. That says balance. Yep, release it. Like, release that. Nurture yourself. Receive the blessing. For somebody, it might literally be too late for you to even do anything for somebody. Yeah. Somebody, you might even end up with multiples in that situation. That's the crazy part. But freedom and joy for you to just do it on your own. It might require some creativity and what to call that book? What to Expect. So depending on, you might want to invest in that type of book. I didn't read, I think I read it before. But What to Expect When Pregnant, or What to Expect, First Time Parent or something like that. Just read up self-help books, or, if you get your prenatal care or whatever, just ask if there are classes, breathing classes. Also, if you have Medicaid will allow you to get a doula. Or if you want to have home birth or something like that. Just trust the universe. Go with the flow. It actually leads to your freedom and balance. You know what I'm saying? Balance the things within yourself. Accept those things that you cannot change. Accept others and yourself and welcome into the new opportunity. So Accept the fact that, that's what that person chose to do. Don't mess up their home and whatever it is that they got going on. Just start yourself anew. You're aware. Like somebody you did not know, now you know. You just got caught up in the mix of the crossfire. If that person quickly got married, then they got married to same sex type shit. It's not your problem. You can't argue that person down. You can't force that person to do anything that they don't want to do. And if they cared, they would have, at least communicate with you or ask you or come to you. But there's no love in this situation. With love being in the challenge, you may be just now awakening to it, but start focusing on self-love. Like, if you were hoping, like, oh, this is going to make this person love me. No, it's not. Transform yourself. But I mean, unless you just want to be stuck in the delusion of it, that is you, ma'am. But I'm speaking to a woman. Like, you got a kid on the way or something like that. Please, whatever you do, don't stick in the delusion. I did that, and I did what? That would have been like second, third time. Third time is a charm. So don't beat yourself up about something. I mean, treat yourself with some compassion, nurture yourself, and just accept it for what it is. It's going to require a lot of courage, but, just think of it as the parent's not there. Love that kid as much as you can, as big as possible as you can, so they're not concerned whether, the father is there or not. Give them enough love where they're not thinking about it, and you might just be lucky, while you're doing the healing and now you're getting a chance to learn that kid, love will find you. Don't go looking for it. Love will find you. But put yourself at least in a space of healthy love, so you can receive that in safe love, so that child is not getting harmed. Don't look outside of yourself for the answers. You already know. And someone is in need of your love, offer it to them. So, the person that may be in love is you giving it to yourself. You know the truth about the situation, and you try, does this person, honey, your woman you got pregnant, that man ain't showing you no love. He don't love you nor that baby. He don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? It just happened. You were just something to do, and they got married, and they're focused on their marriage. Allow that person to focus on that. Don't mess up their happy home, because it's like, well, that's forcing a man to do something he just don't already want to do. Don't ever force no man to do something he do not want to do, because now you're going to be approached in an energy that you're not prepared for. But also, this is like somebody that felt that they could get something from you. Don't ever do that. If they just use you because, oh, you're smart. Oh, they using you because every now and then we got a kid together and I can sleep with them. Let it go, baby. It's going to be a vicious cycle that you're not going to be able to pull yourself from. And don't allow yourself to fall, succumb to something like that. Pack your stuff, leave, start fresh, especially if you feel like y'all still stay in the same state. Find you somewhere to go. Get new phones, new telephone numbers, different companies. And go everywhere it's going to go and start your life fresh. Nobody knows. And you just let it be that way. Archangel Michael is protecting you at this time. So allow, if you don't have physical support, allow the spiritual support to protect you and support you through it. The universe has its own way of giving you free will and new beginnings and bringing people towards you that are actually helpful for you. If you don't have, that person there, I'm pretty sure the universe will give you, what they say, it takes a village. They might give you, certain support. People of community, you might join a little group chat or something like that. Or, you decide to move and go to a different state, different country or something like that. Take your chance on that. Take your chance on that. Yep, take your chance on that. It requires strength, though. Close out, spirit. Yeah. Secret or something unimportant. So don't beat yourself up about it. People wanted to be there to be there. There's one who cares for you, anxious for a letter or a text message. Someone you might have success, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, hell, create businesses or whatever. And when it's time for you to have a kid or something like that, you have all the finances you need by the time they make it. I don't know how far along, someone or you all are, but take that time to heal, recover, recuperate, you know what I'm saying? Just love wasn't in the card. It just a kid came in that situation and you're good. All right, guys.